Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Roma Galactica series. So this is Centauri Continentum, in case you were curious which colony we were starting out on this episode, but I've got the ship designer pulled up, and I wanted to address something really quickly. This really threw me off. I've actually started recording this episode and done the first couple of minutes like I think 3 times, maybe twice now, because it threw me off so bad. I was confusing myself trying to figure out how to address what some commenters brought up, and then I finally went back and read the comment, then came back to the game and realized that the game fixed this problem for me. Someone had said, make sure that you go ahead and just use the best fusion reactors you've got, because remember, I had mix and matched. I'd put some level 2 in there just to make the power balance out funny after putting in guns that were less than ideal. So I kind of set up a lower power situation up here, and then came down here and used less power than I could have, whereas I should have set the power first so I'd have the maximum, possible room for guns, but the game fixed it for me. Through auto upgrade, look at this, the Julius class is set. So unless I'm forgetting something that I did in the last episode that makes that comment irrelevant, and I'm not thinking I am because the comment and my response were very popular, I think that is taken care of. So I just wanted to cover that first. Next, I also had this pointed out to me. The Stitchy Frontier Outpost can definitely go. Bye-bye. That's going to reduce our borders a little bit, but not much, especially when you can... Oh, wait. It is gone, right? Unpause. There we go. Now it's gone. Defensive Pact Invitation. What? The Quetillium State. You want a defensive pact with us now. I'm going to decline, because, well, actually, wait. If we were attacked by the Polysimus Order, then the Quetillium State could come to our defense from that side. So this would further reinforce us against any shenanigans from you. But if they were attacked, we'd be in the war too. And they're way over there. I don't know that I like that. I don't feel good enough about it. So let's skip that. Let's take a look at Ubskyke Ignis real quick and see if there's anything we can build here. And there is indeed. We can also clear some tile blockers. A number of them, in fact. Let's take care of that. And then let's go ahead and get this mineral. There we go. Now we can rebuild our mineral processing plant. And this reminds me, I think I now have the ability to build droids. Or am I still researching them? Yeah, still researching them. Someone mentioned that droids automatically upgrade, though. So what I'm going to do is on Ubskyke, I am going to go ahead and build those 6 population that's going to please our particular faction that's looking for them. We have more than enough to do it. So let's go ahead and just have 6 robots building up. All right, so we need to do one more. And then some tile blockers are going to be cleared decently soon. And that actually right there, just the fact that they're building should have pleased the faction that was looking for that. Let's scroll down and have a look. Now, was it the research efficiency? Yep, machine love. There we go. So now we're still not getting a bonus from them, but it does help. It makes that medium-sized faction a little bit better. Another commenter also suggested that I stop suppressing this faction because they're not that much of a problem yet, and I do agree with that suggestion. I was just really nervous about that particular ethic gaining popularity, but it's not that many population, and we're definitely taking steps to reduce the attractiveness of anything. Well, no, we're not reducing the attractiveness or anything. We're increasing the attractiveness of our governing ethics. And then the Alien Aid Trust, were we also suppressing you? No, I think we're suppressing someone, though. Hang on. Egalitarianism suppressed. Is it the Galactic Emancipation League? Yeah, I'm going to stop suppressing you, too, because you're just not that strong. And that's going to get us some of our influence back. Because we do need to gain some influence back. We aren't able to colonize very much or do much of anything with that little influence. So +3 is much better than +0 or +1. So hang on, let's take a quick look as we're starting the episode through our core worlds. And by the way, somebody asked me this in a comment, and this is a... I'm not trying to throw the commenter under the bus. This is a newbie question, so I hope that's not an offensive thing to say. But there are people who are learning Stellaris through this, and I had someone ask me, why, you've made a sector everywhere else, why don't you make a sector here out of your core planets? It doesn't work that way. We have 8 core worlds, or core systems now. It used to be core worlds, now it's core systems, that we're allowed to have. And you have direct control over those. You don't have direct control, for those of you who are newer to Stellaris, over sectors. You are handing the control over to the AI, You do have, and I want to talk about this for a second because there's a tangent I can go on that you guys are going to be really excited about for the next update for Stellaris. You do have some control, and let's go to sector management so you can see, where are you? Yeah, planets and sectors. If you go down here, see we can see what the sectors are doing. We can send the sectors resources in order to make sure they're able to build well. You saw me in the previous episode tweaking some of these things to make sure that our economy was in good shape. But you don't have any control other than that. You can't really change what they're building on the planets. You can determine where they build star bases, and you can expend resources on that. You could expend resources on building habitats once habitats are buildable. But the thing I want to tell you guys before we get any further into this episode, and this isn't just newbies, this is Stellaris players everywhere. If you have not looked at yesterday's development diary, oh my god, do it. If you haven't looked at Martin Onward's latest tweets, oh my god, do it. The 1.6 Atoms update is going to be a quality of life update that they've been working on since the moment Utopia's patch just went to QA. Like, they were working on this before Utopia launched. They had already kind of turned and started working on the next stuff before this stuff was still, before the stuff was even released. And one of the major changes is to sector management. We can now, let me see if I can remember all the changes. First of all, there's specific sector contribution buttons, I think, for both minerals and energy. So you can tweak more specifically what your sectors are contributing more or less depending on what their strengths are in production. Also, as I recall, there's a button that actually lets you drain the surplus. So when you have a situation like this, you can get a lump sum quickly out of your sectors when you have overly productive sectors or sectors that you've just given too much to and they ended up not needing that much. You can drain it with one touch of a button. And then there's one more function, but I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. And I don't want to stare at this for too long trying to remember, but Martin tweeted about it. Check it out. If you don't know who Martin Onward is, he's the game director for Stellaris. He's also known as Wiz to Paradox community members, and he tweets a lot about some of the new features. He does a good job of actually keeping us updated that way. So get excited. And if you haven't looked at the development diary that went live yesterday, go read it. It's awesome. Anyway, let's jump back in here and see. I think we did a pretty good job of checking through here. Yeah, we're good. So let's unpause. We're not at war with anyone. So, we're back down to +2 influence. What happened there? Weren't we at +3 just a second ago? Did we, hang on. Did we lose a fact? Yeah, the Business Analysts Initiative just stopped giving us influence. Why? Oh, because we're under 3,000. That's right. Okay, we got to stay above 3,000 here. Inexplicable optical phenomena play across the crevice of Lemsa 6A, clearly visible from space. So that's probably shadow play. I would imagine that's shadow play. Let's go ahead and close a few tabs on the outliner here. I'll keep factions open because we need to keep a close eye on them. Someone had asked me why I'm not using Auto Explore on my science ships. That is a damn good question. I've had it researched for a bit, so we'll work on that. Ooh. All right, you are already working on building those, but tell you what, do your upgrades. And then I'm going to send this, it's an overlapping order, but I'm going to have that construction ship do that anyway. And then this construction ship is down there, so we need this construction ship to come over here and work on these guys. So we're going to do a bit of empire management for a bit, because we're still getting our economy up and humming. And it looks like there's those as well in Borbagon. We still have some planets to colonize as well, especially once we just need 5% more habitability. We need one more habitability research option, and we can colonize these with humans. Someone had said, well, you can colonize them with aliens. I'll be honest, I don't want to. My current attitude, roleplay, whatever you want to call it, with this sector, with Cisalpina, Cisalpina, however the hell you want to pronounce it, that we have, oh cool, we got blue lasers out of this. Nice, I'll read this in a second. My current attitude is I actually want that race confined to that sector, just because they're that ugly and I don't like them. I'm not necessarily ready to purge them just yet, but I might be. We'll see. Once their worlds are habitable by humans, we might look into that. Honestly. Does that seem mean? It might. Anyway, let me read this. Science officer Reinhard Hoffman reports that the luminous waves, oh, this isn't shadow play, coursing through the ice that blankets Lemsa 6a is of alien origin, or are of alien origin. Some ancient battle has deposited scattered wreckage of an alien fighter on the frozen planet, and only the exposed core of its main weapons remains intact. It seems that this alien race used lasers somewhat more advanced than the currently in use by the human fleets, and the fizzling innards periodically discharge low-powered lasers into the ice of Lemsa 6a. The planet's harsh climate prevent the lasers from actually melting the ice, allowing the chilly matrix to act as a brilliant prism. Cool. So, blue lasers. Excellent. We just got that right out of the gate. And we're 3 months away from being able to clear tile blockers. They're actually on one of our main worlds, which is nice. Someone pointed out that at some point in an episode, a few episodes back, we actually changed leaders, which it seems like we did. That's giving us a happiness boost as well as a Corvette fleet reduction. And also, it's not calling her Empress, which is really weird. This actually made me turn off, this made me log out of the game when I first loaded it up and go look at my settings for the Roman Star Empire. And it's totally right. It should say Empress, but it's calling her Primus, which is really weird. Not sure what's going on there, but this is Amani Hadrianus. So someone in the original, in Gaius Hadrianus' bloodline apparently is back. Her agenda is to secure the borders. Which, hang on. That's not an agenda though. I'm looking at this tooltip. That doesn't seem right. I guess because that's her agenda, she has those abilities. Agendas for different types of leaders are requirements that you have to meet as that leader in order to be more electable again. All right, well, let's keep the game going.
Research complete.
Nice. All right, so we have access to clearing those tile blockers. Please tell me. All right, I can go for an extra core system. That's nice, but that's not what I really want. Army upkeep minus 10%. Actually, that's worthwhile. That's only going to be 11 months. We have a lot of armies in the field right now, and that would increase our income by reducing their upkeep. No complaints there. Classis Missinensis, what are you doing?
Tile blocker cleared.
Got the enigmatic fortress down here. We're going to start building up a fleet to possibly take that thing on, and then I'm going to very carefully see what other people have said about how to handle that properly so I don't do anything ridiculously stupid. I've read a few comments about how it can be costly regardless of whether you're doing it properly or not, so kind of anxious about it, to be honest. This is an awesome system. Like, I want to colonize this with humans, but I don't think it's quite ready for human colonization yet, is it? No, 25%. So we actually need a lot of habitability for some world types. This is an arid world as well. Yeah, this is 35%. So this must have a modifier. I didn't look at modifiers. Yep. Habitability minus 10 because of hostile fauna. I hope there's a way to reduce that in future patches.
Anomaly found.
Life signs. Nice. All right, so those pops are building one at a time. They're going to take a while. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and build basic buildings where they are so that when they're all in place, this core world is a little bit more productive, right? Let's do some autochthon monuments. Oh, I can only do one. Okay, let's do a symbol of unity then. Fascinating. I didn't even read it. Don't care. All right, and a science station there. And then we can clear these now that we finally have access to clearing them. And that's done. Do I have anywhere else that has sinkholes? Nope, but we need to upgrade that silo. Get some adjacency bonuses for that mineral income. And have we finished building... What are we building on Earth? We're building the Ministry of Benevolence, which is right... Where are you? Oh my god, where are you? I know we're building the Ministry of Benevolence. Why can I not see this thing? Is it there? That's the Research Institute. Physics Lab. Auto-curating vault. Holy crap, guys. Where is this... Okay, it's replacing this. That's what it is. I couldn't see it physically. So it's going to be built there. It's going to be done in less than a year, and it will produce additional influence, reduce unrest, and most importantly, it'll increase, again, our governing ethics attractions. It looks like some of our science ships are having some trouble exploring everywhere, but there are some additional... Oh, no, it's the construction ships butting up against each other's orders, which is fine. I knew that would happen. I wanted them to overlap just to get that done as quickly as possible.
Complete.
Looks like there are some additional resources that we can scan out here. They're in the process of being... oh, wow. Sidor has a ton. That's going to be amazing. All right, you go ahead and auto-explore as well. Oh, someone had said to take a look. This is the science ship from beyond. Let's have a look at this. Oh, wow, look at this thing. Look at this thing. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but this is... Is this going to make it... I don't know. This looks like an unbidden ship, and that really scares me. Like, did accepting that make it more likely that the unbidden are going to pop up later in the game? If accepting... Oh, man. I'm going to be mad if that happens. I don't particularly like dealing with them. Not that I've have that many opportunities. Not that I've had that many opportunities to do it. They've popped in one of my games. But I think I just have heard so many stories that just the thought of the unbidden makes me nervous. Backscattering spectrometry sensors indicate the presence of valuable substances beneath Ajam 1D's noxious clouds. Well, research it then. Research complete. What do we got? Army upkeep? Yep. Look at that. Look at that energy credit jump. I'm sure not all of that was due to that, but that was still a really nice change. Tomb world habitability plus 20, that's good. Army health plus 10, that's also good. Let's go ahead and knock out this tech, this basic tech. It's going to be 6 months. It won't take that long. We're up to 4 influence again because we have above 3,000 energy. That's lovely. I'm guessing that's all coming from the Business Analyst Initiative. Yes, it is. Look at that. This faction is thrilled. They're so happy. And if we can have at least 5 strategic resources, they'll be even happier. This is it's the biggest faction we have, so we're gaining a ton of influence. And what's their ethic? So this would promote pacifism. No, I don't want to promote pacifism. Our core ethics are militarist, authoritarian, and materialist. Those are the ones we want promoted, so we're not going to promote the opposite of them. All right, we've researched droids. That's nice. Now, ooh, check this out. We can go for construction templates right now. It would take a long time, but all of our buildings, which you guys can let me know in the comments. I'm assuming because this says building build speed and not just build speed, that it's referring to buildings on planets and possibly on starbases, not ships. But yeah, that's going to be done in 42 months, but I want that. That's a rare technology. I absolutely want that. That's awesome. All right, let's see what else we can do here. Anything to upgrade? Anything to build? No. Ajam 1D is exceptionally rich in minerals that are unfortunately of no use to us. However, Science Officer Zu-C2 believes that the many elements in the crust of Ajam 1D can be transformed into potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. The Consu requests that the Roman Star Empire set aside 100 energy credits for the purpose of this project. Very well. Ready the positron charges. Go. Shift, control, click. It's a beautiful thing. Actually, I don't think that worked, because the rest of its queue seemed to go away. Oh, no, it didn't. It's still there. Nice. All right, so that's happening right now. Yeah, I think we're all caught up on upgrades. I'm just religiously triple checking. All right, we definitely have a few more things we can do up here. Oh, holy crap, look at this place. Is this? Yeah, that's what it is. This is the Crystalline asteroid system. So we can mine these, but then we're going to have an event at some point down the line. The crew of the Consu are pleased to report that the experiment was a success, and a significant number of dense mineral veins on Ajam 1D have been transmuted into usable resources. Nice, check that out. So the neighboring system's not bad either. So yeah, that's why Sidor has so many minerals. There's something going on there. If you don't know what's going on with that quest chain, you'll know soon enough. Oh, this is cool. Watch what happens here. The strong magnetic field around Nihil Eridus has always caused some problems with the electronic instruments on the surface, but recently the effect on our computers has been especially notable. So far, it is unknown what has caused this flare-up, although we suspect it to be temporary. Now, this is, for now, reducing happiness and research output, but watch what usually happens right away. Yep, here we go. The strong magnetic field around Nihil Eridus has been affecting computers on the surface recently. Oddly, this effect is not merely random interference. Instead, computers are actually working more efficiently than they should be. So now it just immediately reverses. See, they actually come up both at once. So it ends up as a net gain. There's a happiness reduction, but a net gain in research. Orbital hydroponics farms are up. Habitability boost. That's expensive as hell, though. Let's go for it, though. I want it. I want to be able to colonize worlds with humans. That's going to open up a lot of possibilities for humankind. What are you? Oh, space whales. Space whales are cool. You can hang out. Oh, upgrades. See, I knew that there would be more coming up somewhere soon. And there's going to be more on this planet, of course, soon. But maybe a faint transmission. Oh, okay, this is probably the relocation quest. Anything going on up here? Narbonensis is still kind of by itself until we can colonize these worlds with humans, which again, we hope will be when this current research is done. Let's go ahead and go to speed 3. Because things are pretty calm at the moment. How are we doing technologically against the Tendrakians? They're still superior to us. No matter what we do, man. Let's investigate the signal. I am positive that this is going to be the relocation. Go ahead and look into that for me.
System survey complete.
Construction ships, what are you doing? You're done? All right. Then come up here and work. All right. I'm actually going to send a construction ship to take care of that first. We'll build that too. Then that. Then that. We're not going to set everything up in there just yet. Or I guess I will go ahead and do it because I do want to trigger that quest. Do we have Aurelium ore yet? Nope, that's going to be another strategic resource. As soon as we hit that 5th, we're going to have that. Our core faction, the Business Analyst Initiative, is going to be very happy. One of the benefits there is not only more influence, but also if we lose out on another one of their requirements, we'll still have, it's just a bit more of a buffer, if you will, which is good. We've got some ancient mining drones I need to deal with there. Probably need to go ahead and send a fleet to take care of that, to be completely frank. 13 months until the antimatter power is ready, so we're going to be able to upgrade a lot of ships. It should happen automatically, but we'll check it out. An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this planet. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest that it relied on solar power to function. Research. You guys have definitely converted... Let me finish this thought, then I'll get to this special project. You've definitely converted me to the ship designer. I need to learn more of it, honestly, but the idea used to be really daunting to me of upgrading the ship designs every time after a new tech was finished, but now I'm actually kind of excited about it. So again, I have more to learn. It's a newer system to me. I really relied on the auto upgrade system for a long time because I've played and beaten more than one game of Stellaris using that, so it's possible. But I am enjoying all the encouragement towards the ship designer, so thank you for that. So this is, in fact, the transmission. This is the country project. Finally, well met, Spacefarer. We are the Dathnak, and the planet you are orbiting is Tolok Rong, our ancestral home. It is always I love and hate this quest. It is always riveting to meet a solid, even if our last encounter with your kind was somewhat problematic. You have no doubt detected the radiation surges coming from our atmosphere. Tolok Rong is dying, and our species will perish unless we find a new home. We have identified a planet that would suit our physiology, but we have no means to get there. Sadly, our non-corporeal nature means that we don't have much in the way of industry or technology. Will you help us? If you have no technology, how are we speaking? Ah, but you are not the first solid to pay us a visit. Another spacefarer graciously donated a small subspace transmitter and a scanner array to us 2.9 million solar cycles ago. Jesus. They have been designed to be compatible with our physiology. One of the more positive encounters we've had with your kind. What happened to your planet? Well, the last time solids visited us a few thousand cycles ago, things didn't go very well. They wanted us to embrace their religion. We refused, and this triggered some kind of genocidal reaction. Completely unwarranted. Before we knew what was happening, they maneuvered their fleet into orbit and unleashed a massive bombardment. You want us to transport your entire species to another planet. Yes, and hopefully soon. Don't worry, there aren't too many of us. Most Dathnak died when our planet was bombarded, and those who survived retreated deeper into the atmosphere. Communication with the surface is difficult there, and the radiation is spreading. We don't have much time. You know what? Let's help them. I don't always help them. Let's do it. It's a time project. Let's go here. And then the science ship that's nearby can come back and take care of it. So go ahead and do that. So... if you can't guess, oh yeah, we need to colonize that world. I think that's, have I seen that world yet? Nice, so we have a world here that we can colonize that's close to our borders. That's actually good news. We can do some expansion very soon. Got some engineering research.
System survey complete.
Helpful, okay. Why did that just jump? Went from 17 to 23, you see that? It just happened. Rewind, you'll see it. Nice, new tradition. Okay, now we get to pick a new tree. That snuck up on me. I'm surprised I just wasn't expecting it. We're in the earlier game. They're still coming through pretty quickly. So we can go for harmony. This would increase the happiness of all pops by 10%. we could increase the negative impact on governing ethics attraction based on distance from capital. We could reduce unrest by 20. That being said, we could also go for the supremacy tradition, which it would be very Roman, and that would increase our border range again, on top of what we did last time. So it would be overkill in a way with the interstellar dominion. And then we could also go for, this would help us in a number of ways related to actual conquest, which domination is more about like vassalizing and how you control subjects. We could also go for diplomacy, but we're not particularly diplomatic. This one is tempting when it's still in the early game. Discovery. Research station build cost reduced by 33%, and then you can reduce anomaly fail risk and while increasing discovery chance, and then reduce the cost of recruiting scientists, increase leader skill levels. Here's a really big one. Gaining research points equal to 1/3 of our monthly gain when surveying planets. How many planets do we have left to survey? All these. That's actually kind of tempting for the purposes of catching up science-wise. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Because we really do, we need to catch up, and I think this is going to help us do it. So let's go ahead and adopt discovery traditions. This is going to reduce research station build costs, and then next time we get a tradition, which will be in how long? 65 months? So 5 years and change? That'll be good. Okay, so this construction ship is now hanging out, having built those. There's an arid world there for us to colonize before long. This is a desert world, but we're not able to colonize it just yet with humans, and I want to colonize it with humans. You know what? You have stuff to build here, so come out this direction, take care of that. And we are 27 minutes into this recording, so you know what I'm about to say. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. And in the next one, we are going to colonize that world to the north of Cisalpina. And maybe, just maybe, it'll be a new sector, because it's going to be a human colony, I can tell you that. It's a continental world. Oh, we can, you know what? We can send a ship now. Now that we've surveyed it. Let's go ahead. Yep, we've got enough influence to colonize it, thankfully. We're going to send a colony ship from Earth, not a private colony ship. Put them right there, and this is going to be Dargan Continentem. Nope, Tem. Make sure I don't make that spelling mistake again. And that's that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. We're going to have that colony start a new sector in the next episode. And there are additional worlds that we'll be able to add to it as we continue and as habitability increases. Again, we're working on that project right now. It's still about, it's about the same amount off as our next Unity, as our next tradition, but it'll be worth it when we get it, because you're going to see us expand a lot more rapidly. Plus, this new tradition tree that we've just started going down will help us catch up even more to the Tendrakians, who are still regrettably superior to us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in Roma Galactica are still coming out every day, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.